ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the ARC Group 3 Championship Series. I'm joined in the commentary booth by...
My Savaloy, how are you doing then, Lateral?
I'm doing great today, and we're coming to you live here from France at the Sainte Croix circuit. Let's have a look at the track map today. Very long course, a 3-minute, 30-minute lap, roughly. We have corner 1 Arnaud, which leads into La Casbah, and then a very long Francis Straight into a tight 45-degree corner of Mougnon, Sainte, and then Jura into Jacquard. We have Rocher 1 and then Rocher 2. And it goes into the 90-degree of Levant, and then Corbet Rouge onto Bridge 1, back to Bridge 2. The very sweeping corner of La Villette onto the very, very long Bouchon Straight, into the tight Cerfs. Then we have the Replan S's, into Rosier, Delcroze, Arablais, and then the last corner, Bellevue. Looking at our drivers for today, we have Defiant 195 Lemon Pen in the Lexus RCF for Pegasus Racing. Matt Wing and Velk 21, known as Kevmeister in the Toyota Supra for Toyota Red Bull Racing. Dan 303 and Sheldon Omnom in the Aston Martin V12 Vantage. Thomas Mr. TT and Alex Rogers. However, Thomas will not be joining us for today, so it's just Alex in the lone Porsche 911. Defcon AC and Kobu GT. However, Defcon will not be joining us for the rest of the season, and he has been replaced with Arc Q in the BMW M6. We have CRubennnn and PG Vaporo, with Ruben running a special livery here today in the Volkswagen Beetle. Then we have Dark Reef Slark and PKMZ. However, I do not believe Dark Reef Slark will be joining us here today in the Mercedes AMG. And looking at the points that we currently have now, let's see if I can fix this size here. Excuse me.
Oh.
There we go.
Hey, there we go.
We currently still have Lemon Pen leading, but with only 192 points after PKMZ ended the winning streak of Lemon Pen there at Bathurst. PKMZ up into second place now with 133 points, with CRubennnn close behind with 127. There we have Alex Rogers with 107, and Dan's 303 with 106, and that rounds out the top 5. Looking at our constructors, we have Pegasus Racing still on top with 221 points, quickly followed by the Bugging Beetles with 180 points. Right behind them, Alito Racing with the Porsche 911 with 177 points. However, with Thomas TT not here today, they will not score their best points. See if we can fix that there. So again, as we wait for the actual qualifying to start here, I believe we're just fixing some cars that might have been stuck on the start. Tell us, Savelo, you said you did some driver interviews today.
Oh fudge, that was a bit Biggie. Hold on a minute, let me get my iPod. Hold on.
But as I mentioned earlier, Sainte Croix.
I didn't have time to type it out and do it all. So give us a few seconds here.
No, Sainte Croix.
I think okay. I was looking at the test, and I think everyone was all looking good. I don't know what we're waiting for, to be honest, but yeah, I asked a few people some questions. I think what I've decided to do now is just give them like one question, and it's going to be the same question to everyone else instead of just taking 20 minutes to think of a decent question to them. So my question to the racers was, now that we are into the second half of the season, what you're gonna like approach? Like what are you approaching for the second half of the season? So, sorry, I'll just look for the tag there. So, PK says he'll reckon that he'll approach the second half with a lot of defence. Since he hates Sainte Croix as well, he's not a fan of it. Qualifying has just started, by the way, so I'll quickly play one out here. So it'll be a poor race for me, and my expectation for this race is much lower than in Bathurst and Suzuka. So his goal is for top 7. So yeah, top 7 for PK. Just looking at this screen now too. In fact, I could probably do a lot more because this lap is quite long. Yeah, very long. So Rubens, he said, just like I did the first half of the season. I forgot. I can't remember how we did that, but Oh, well. Alex Rogers, he says that he just wants to have fun. And I think that's what it's all about. You know, it's the taking part that matters. Dan's the champ. He says with a car that drives manual, not auto! Exclamation mark. He got a lot of stick for that, didn't he? Hopefully that will help me keep up with the fastest boys, not to mention the fuel saving. Hopefully that could be the edge that helps me get that podium place. I don't think Dan's had a podium finish to date in season 2, hasn't he? Just check through. Oh no, he has. He did. He did get one at Fuji. Yes, of course. Silly me. Matt Wayne. He says, I know the championship is out of my reach, so I'm aiming to enjoy at least and not let it bother me. I'll still try to best effort in and to avoid costly mistakes. Well, you know, we'll hope that you can. Thomas also sent a message, but there's no point, he's not racing. And Nom Nom, he says, I'm still being careful as to not get too cocky. It's all about just solid, consistent results now. I am within half a second of Dan's if I can. That's always my goal. So a few drivers there with different determinations. I think I must have read that quick, I think. I'm not good at reading too. Oh, Kevin's also said one. Oh no, and Q. I forgot Q. Q's also said it. Because, you know, our debut driver, Q. I can't see him on the track here, but he says, with an open mind, as with the first half, my goal for this season is just trying to be the best and to get better and faster on the track. And I join T8 to see if I can improve even better when putting myself to drive against even faster drivers. So, is that who you're on board with, the rookie, his debut? Yeah. So yeah, all the best to Kiyu in that BMW, and hope he does a similar good job like what Defcon did in the first half of the season. Oh, hello. Oh!
Another interesting thing to note is that both BMW drivers are Gr3.
Yes,
One
indeed.
veteran driver has left.
Yeah. We hope we see Defcon back. We hope we do. As yeah, I think he's just got work commitments really. That's probably the issue for Defcon right now. But you know, we hope to see him back for season 3. And Dan's the first to cross the line to start a flying lap, followed by PK. So hopefully PK will stay in that Aston slipstream. This Aston will be quite good around here, don't you think? No. Yep. Just got a nasty bump in the middle of the corner, just going over it now. Just trying to get into that slipstream was PK. Oh wow! How close he was there to the barrier. Did you see that going into La Villette? Very close to that barrier. And again on the exit.
Very long Bouchon straight.
I think Pete. Yeah, Yeah, this straightaway is like just less than a mile long. The Francis straightaway is about half a mile. This one, like 0.9 mile of a mile long. So the Astons will do quite good here.
7 into a very heartbreaking game of Sev. Croix here, back on the throttle, doing his can. The promises. First left angle, on the right hand slight lift, and down to the brakes to get the car to roll. Slight lift with dance.
Took that nice. This is going to be a few problems with these cars around here. This one, I feel. No, it's this one, sorry.
Very quick.
3:25.8. Yep, good lap time, but Ruben's gone faster. 3:25.6. Alex Piquet's back in the pit lane. I did see him make a mistake on the exit of La Villette, and then Rubens was tucked in the slipstream along to the Bouchon straightaway. As Dan's get a little sideways off. Oh, sorry, go on. You go.
Farther back in the field, championship leader. Usually qualifies as a better lap. So keep our eye on him.
Yeah, where is he? Down in 11th, is he? Yep. Oh, well, he must have made a mistake there, considering he's just less than 25 seconds off pole position, so he made a mistake somewhere.
On the bridge sector, up by 0.15, I believe it was.
Yeah, I was still on Dan's when he was in the first set, and he was 2 tenths up in purple.
Still losing a bit of time, but still very quick. Slight underdog to win here today, but not with that lap time. He's only 1.3 seconds down. Field Bopsy. And Dan's now down. He's not Yeah, loads of the moon on, very easy to outbrake yourself in, and if you go straight on, it's just anywhere in particular, like the last sector of the track, very easy to make a mistake. Bridge 1, like I said, is a very nasty bump when you're in the middle of the corner, could get upset the car, and then you also got the barrier on the exit of the bridge, so that could mess up. It's got to be finesse driving around this lap, and it's got to be a super lap to get yourself there. Also, one thing to mention as well, talking about Paul Silverseed, he's back in his original livery, by the way. There was a certain incident that happened the last race at Bathurst, if you may recall, that Ruben's improved his time when the qualifying time had properly ended. He was going to supposed to start in 9th position, but he improved his time to 6th. And I looked at the time on the bottom left and noticed there was 24 minutes on the clock. Now, normally, for those who are new to watching this, we normally do a 20-minute qualifying. Whoever's, if you do a lap time before 20 minutes, you can still do your lap, but anything afterwards,
then that's your qualifying ended. But then Rubens did his fastest lap like 2 minutes after the qualifying. So therefore, as a result, Rubens is going to have himself a 3-place grid penalty. So it currently shows him at number 1, but technically he should be starting 4th because of that penalty last time at Bathurst. Yeah, Kobu. Disappointing for Kobu because he said Bathurst was one of his favourite tracks. My pick to win at that track, and he disappointed me. It's a tough one to call, isn't it? It's a very tough one to call. The Astons look good, you know, dancing nom nom. Alex is surprising me, really. Sorry, I'm just typing here because I've been told I'm now the minutes guy. But yeah, I would say maybe an Aston Martin could do something special around here. What do you think?
Looking currently at the qualifying stand, the Aston are currently 2nd and 4th on the grid. But hopefully the ability to Ruben is to get his grid place penalty. So the Aston are very strong. They have currently sitting in this 5th place. So back average for this one. Expect the Supra to be a quick car here as it's excellent. So it might be a slight pick we haven't seen too much of. If I can get him here. Is Lemmy, championship leader. We're currently still struggling. Close,
well, I did see him earlier, and I said he was 25 seconds off Paul. He must have came into the pit lane to put new tyres on. So he's just currently on his outlap now. In fact, this last time was a 3-minute 40. So I don't know why. Not unless he picked up the penalty, which hasn't registered. I'm not too sure. He's on his outlap now. Yeah, just very interesting to see that the top 2 in the championship are last and second last.
Run in the Gr3 Championship Series. Season 1. Very excellent race out. We should go back and watch it. It is on the channel.
Yeah, watch me suck on that as well because I did absolutely terrible. Do you know, I actually tested that track a lot than the other tracks that I did last season, and I still qualified last. PK has just gone 4th from a 3:26.6, just less than a second off the pole. So PK's answered the question. Now I've got to see what Lemmy's got to do. Big shout out as well now to Kiyu, the rookie in his debut, 8th place, but he's just over 8 tenths slower than his more experienced, his teammate Cobra. So that's a good effort from Kiyu. There's a big queue of cars here. We've got Kevmeister in there along with Q, and then you've got Dan's, I believe. Matt Wing is there too. There's a whole host of cars. Has he gone purple? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, Rubens behind just went a little wide. I believe that was Jacquard. Well, here we go. Here we go. This could be a low 325 at this rate if he keeps this up. Speaking of the Lexus there, Defiant is just... Did he hit the wall?
Yep, flip the guardrail.
Is that going to hurt his time?
No. Well, he is a bit slower, but he's still purple. But that's not what Honey wants to see. That's not the driver he was hoping to draft on the long Bouchon straight. Just made a mistake. And he's not quite close enough to you to get that draft.
Will that affect him going on to the Bouchon Street? We'll never know. Well, we'll find out in a few seconds. I was just about to say, his teammate Defiant has split the two BMWs. He's now in 8th place there. So Defiant looks like he's on course for his best qualifying of the season at this rate. Hard on the brakes. Nice entrance into serves.
Just a lift, no down brakes.
Dance has just gone pole. Dance has just gone pole position.
See if Lemmy can take it from him. Back
He's getting close to queued out. And then on to Bellevue. Last corner, turn 24. Gets into the slipstream. This could be pole position here. Oh, Alex Rogers has gone pole in 3:24.8. And Lemmy goes second.
So Alex Rogers actually showing he means business today in that 911. Car many would think would struggle here. But Alex showing he's not even phased by it.
Wow. And actually, Alex has gone purple in the first sector as he's approaching Moonon.
Wow, the driver's now bringing it out. There's 5 minutes left in qualifying. Currently, your top 5, Alex Rogers, and 303, CRubennnn,
So at this point, Rubens is down in 4th. So he will start 7th for the race, which will allow Kevmeister to go up into 4th, PK 5th, and Nom Nom up to 6th. Oh, and then Alex has gone red in the second sector, so spectate on him. Sorry, Alex. I thought qualifying would have been a bit spaced out here, but it doesn't seem to be.
A lot of drivers know that to get the maximize the best time that they can here. For you guys watching the stream, as one of the biggest things here is definitely that draft. As I mentioned earlier, there's so many long sweeping corners and just long straights. Having that draft is going to be super important to make sure you can actually get the best time out of your car that you can.
Whoa! Sorry, I was just looking at someone. How many people are watching this now?
Let's see right quick. We currently have 8 people watching. Thank you for tuning in for this race here at Sainte Croix. Don't forget, vote for Driver of the Day in the Twitch chat. We will calculate those tallies at the end of the race, and if no one votes, we will choose our own Driver of the Day. So, qualifying should be coming to a close here just soon enough. Currently, Alex Rogers still your pole sitter by just 3/10. Lemmy in second. See Ruben in 4th, and Dan in 303 in 3rd. Kevmeister in 5th, and PKMZ in 6th. Chill Nom Nom in 7th, and Kobu GT in 8th. Defiant in 9th, and RQ in 10th. Mattling in 11th, and Vopsy in 12th.
Just looking at Chill Nom Nom here. He's just less than 2. Oh, yellow flag's there. Defiant is off in the. Well, he's just parked his car on the Bouchon straightaway. We'll go back to Chill Nom Nom. He's gone faster than his previous best. He's nearly 3 temps faster than his best this time. So if he can find another 2 temps or so, he could jump PK in 6th.
We'll see as he heads through the Riplon S's now. See if a slight lift, just a slight lift, using the track control that all the drivers have available to them here today. Still improving, up by 2.24. He would pass Kobu GT if he can keep that pace.
Kobu's just gone up to 7th. Just noticed that Kobu's just gone into 7th, 3:26.9. Just nearly 3 temps slower than PK's time.
Qualifying almost coming to a close here. Children should cross the line and have enough time to start another lap. However, his tires might be too worn to improve his time. Let's see as he crosses the line here. Goes up to 6th place.
Faster. Yeah, he's just out qualified Kobu there. Good lap time from Nom Nom.
Look farther back in the field here. Let's see. We can see what driver here. Kev Meister pulling into the pits. I believe he's done for his qualifying now. Still yellow flag on that. Francis straight, I believe. Qualifying is finished, so the last driver to cross the line is ERA Vopsy. However, I do not believe he will continue his lap. He'll pull off to the side.
Yeah,
so
he has there.
All the other drivers have this one last lap to see if they will improve. Alex Rogers will not improve, goes too wide to that corner to see if any other drivers are improving. Lemmy is currently purple, so we'll see if he can improve that time. Dance 303 is pulled off to the side. Rubens is currently green. He will possibly improve his time looking through the field. PKMZ, he's right on the back of Mowing, so if he can actually get the draft here, he might actually improve, but I'm not quite sure battling with him there. Kobu GT doesn't look like he's improved. Looking farther back through the field. Not quite, but the only one to watch right now is Ark Lemmy, off by 4/10. So Alex Rogers did improve his time yet again, but Lemmy was purple through the, I believe, the 2nd sector, so we will see once he crosses the bridge if he will still be purple.
Yeah, I've got it on Lemmy now as well. He's pushing the car, goes over to bridge 1 and then onto the straightaway. Would love to get a tow there, but I believe PK went 5th there, I just noticed.
We'll see as he crosses the split marker. He's still purple by 2/10.
Okay, here we go. This is going to be interesting now.
Oh, he's going wide through there, though. He missed the apex. That might cost him his lap. Might have pushed a bit too hard using those tires. We'll see if he can hold it together as he goes through La Villette.
Oh, he's in the wall. He's in the wall. He's in the wall.
That's the lap over now. There's no way he would be purple here. Nope, he's off by over a second now. Let's look back. That's Ruben, who again, as we mentioned earlier, is still at the, I believe, one of the last drivers actually on a lap right now. He can still improve his time. Last I checked, he was green, so we will see as he now enters the Bouchon straight. He can still improve his time. He crosses the split. He is purple. Or not purple. Not purple, excuse me.
Blue.
He's blue. He will improve his time if he can take that 3rd place, maybe even 2nd.
I apologize, we are colorblind.
Using all 7 gears in that Volkswagen Beetle, not quite hitting that 270 kilometers an hour as some of the other cars here. Entering surfs now. Ruben could be the one to throw a wrench into the plan. A lot of the other drivers at the front of the grid as he enters the Riplon S's now.
I think at this rate he could jump Lemmy. So if he stays like 4 temps quicker or nearly half a second,
he's purple.
Oh, he's found something there.
He enters the last sector of the track now, heading through Del Cruz and into Arable. Let's see if he can hold that purple, maybe take that pole position. That will definitely help him on the start of the race here, as he does have that 3-place grid penalty.
There's cars all over the place at the start-finish line. They better move out of the way because Ruben is on a flyer here.
Taking as much curb as he can all the way on the front straightaway now. Flat, 5th gear, 200 kilometers, 210, 220. Will he take it?
No, he hasn't.
No.
He's gone 3rd. So he must have made a mistake, or Alex went absolutely superbly quick in that last sector. So Rubens is going to start 6th for this race.
Well, one thing we can tell is that Kev Meister did pull into the pits, so I'm not quite sure of his lap or where he finished. Let's see, looking at his time, a 26 would put him around, yeah, so Ruben would fall back to around 5th or 6th after his penalty, as Kev looks like he qualified 5th. Kev Meister is 5th on track, so Ruben would fall back to around 6th. So here we have qualifying now over. Quite an eventful qualifying for Sainte Croix here, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I completely unexpected Alex to get pole position around there, considering Porsches around here on the straightaways will be struggling. But yeah, it just surprises me how Alex can do wonders in that Porsche, because we've seen it in season 1, and again he's proven why he's got the most poles so far in ARC in season 2. One thing is, it's going to be a very exciting first corner. Well, second corner, and then onto the long straightaway. So I'm looking forward to this race, and you 8 people that are watching it too, got yourself some popcorn, because I think this is going to be a very exciting race.
I definitely agree with you that this race should be interesting. It was very interesting last year to watch. We'll see if this one will be as interesting. A lot of long straights. No GTRs on the field today, so none of those to worry about. But there are 2 Aston Martins to watch out for. So, be very interesting. One of them was starting on the front row. Well, not quite front row, second row. But Alex Rogers on pole. As we saw in every other race, that Porsche just cannot get off the line. So, it's actually quite a bit of a run to the first corner. So I think, and it's uphill, which might cause a bit of a issue for Alex Rogers in that Porsche. We saw it at Bathurst. He used a lot more fuel than a lot of the other drivers, as that, I believe that Porsche, no, it does not have a turbo in that Porsche. So no. It's a naturally aspirated car, and he has to really use the revs to get up the hill, as it's very bit underpowered. So going up that hill on the start line from a standing start might actually hurt him here, instead of just a flat track like we saw at Bathurst.
We also saw it at Suzuka as well. I believe he started in the pole for that race too, and then by the first corner, yes, I agree. Yeah, I'm just seeing what Kev was saying. And then he got passed by a couple of cars, and he was pretty much stuck behind PK the whole of that race. So yeah, very interesting what Alex is going to do on the start. Hopefully he can nail the start. It'll be good to see. To be fair, with Lemmy running away with the championship, I believe that it's a 59-point lead. We want to see, this championship being decided out the last race or so. So, we want to see guys like Alex that beat up at the front.
You're waiting for the race to start here after the grid has been set manually. Now that Ruben has had his grid place penalty applied, don't forget Kobu GT will also have his drive-through penalty, as he is starting 7th. It looks like Alex Rogers right now is actually practicing his standing starts as we wait for the actual race to start.
I don't blame him, to be fair.
I don't blame him either. So, we will see how this turns out.
Oh, wow.
It's actually good to see Alex Rogers practicing those standing starts here. Trying to work on his weakness and try to maximize his time loss at the start of the race. However, we have Lemmy and Ruben right behind him. Dance 303 will start 4th. Third, after Ruben's penalty, excuse me. And I believe the Aston is known to be very quick off the line.
Yes, it is. Aye, indeed. I'm also noticing they're looking at Alex's screen now as well. I think Nom Nom's practicing starts too. But yeah, the Aston's very good. We've seen it in Suzuka with Nom Nom. I think he's qualified 6th, I believe, and he got up to 4th before he made the mistake in the first corner. So yeah, that Aston is very good off the start too.
All right, we're getting the cart for the call for the final here. Here we are, Sainte Croix, 13 laps around Sainte Croix C, round 5 of Season 2 of the ARC Championship Series. Alex Rogers on pole, followed by the championship leader, Arc Lemmy, Dan 303 in 3rd, Kev Meister 4th, PKMZ 5th, Ruben 6th, Nom Nom 7th, Kobu GT 8th, Batwing 9th, Boxy in 10th, I believe it was Q in 11th, and then the last place was Defiant. So here we see the lights coming on now. 4 lights, 5 lights.
5 lights.
Legs were green. Let's see the start. Alex seems to get an okay start compared to the rest of the field. Practicing did work.
Here comes Dan's.
Dan's all the way in the first, and PKMZ, the star of the Mercedes, just absolutely a rocket, looking to the inside of Arnaud. Here we see Lemmy going for that 3rd place. So Alex doing his best to minimize the time loss he has here. Dan 303 still holding the lead, but looking farther back in the field as they go through Arnaud now. Looking fairly clean to the rest of the field. Lemmy falling back into 4th, so Alex holding on to that 3rd place. Nom Nom looking up the inside of Lemmy here onto the Francis Straight, followed right behind him by his teammate, and Kevin Meister looking up the inside of him. Let's see, PKMZ is going to look for a change of the lead here as they head into
No.
I think Barrow got quite close enough, but looking farther back in the field, Kevin Meister looked to make a dive bomb of a pass all the way in Arc Lemmy. Lemmy gets squirrely there. Now moving up to the 5th, moving back up in the 7th now after his start. Kevin Meister in the 4th, so Lemmy in several positions there. Let's see if we can get a small bit of a replay of what happened there. Just coming through here, through the corner. I think he just
power on a bit too early.
Yeah, just gets on the power too early, almost takes out Kevin Meister, but manages to control that car. Nom Nom will go up the inside of him, so Nom Nom, great start from him, move up into 5th place. Let's put farther up in the field. Dan 303 still your leader ahead of PKMZ. Alex Rogers now all over the back of him for that 2nd place. As they head through Rush Air 2, looking back into 4th place. Kev Meister trying to do his best to catch up to Alex Rogers. Nom Nom was now trying to hold off Arc Lemmy as they head into Le Mans, but not quite. Lemmy's not quite close enough to get it. Now Lemmy has to try and defend from Ruben as they head towards Bridge.
What a start though for PK, qualified 5th. Well, started in 6th, but then, you know, problems with Rubens, he made it up into 5th and he was going for the lead. Careful with people on the bridge there, looks like everyone's got through that safely. But what a start there for that Mercedes. We know that Mercedes is also start off. But I tell you what, Alex has done very well to hold on to at least stick into 3rd position, because there were faster guys behind like Nom Nom and Lemmy Pen and Lemon. Knowing how they're good on their starts as well. Look at Kev Meister up in 4th. That's
always looking at the inside of Alex Rogers. Alex Rogers had to get on the brakes to avoid running into the back of PKMZ as he entered La Villette. So now Kev Meister all over the back of Alex Rogers. But now the very long straight, which will favor not only the V12 Vantage, but the Supra, and not favor the Porsche. So we might see a pass here, possibly 2. Alex Rogers, look at the slipstream Alex got here. They're going to go 3 wide into serves.
Yeah,
Alex defensive, Kev all the way to the inside. That's going to be a tight angle to take as they move back to the outside now. Alex using the better brakes of that Porsche. Will he stay side by side? Alex will hold on to that 2nd place as they go through serves.
Wow. Unbelievable that PK lost out there, didn't he?
Yeah. Just the top speed of that AMG is not quite the match for a slipstream car. You went from 2nd back to 4th place because of it.
Sorry there, PK had a big moment in the Raplan S's there, got the car loose on the exit.
But now Kev definitely looking strong here, trying to nail his braking zone. Look at the inside of Alex, that was quite a dive bomb pass. They're banging doors, but not quite close enough to still make the pass. Looking back behind Chill Nom Nom still heads a group ahead of Lemmy and Ruben. Lemmy, not a strong start from him. Normally we see him here, but see Alex Rogers.
The grass.
Alex went wide and cut the corner. We'll see, he might pick up a penalty for that, not quite sure.
I don't think he is though.
No, it doesn't look like he will. But we see Kev Meister now look up the inside as they head through Arnaud. Kev will just, the power of that Super will take it. But he'll have to go defensive from Alex Rogers. Just go all the way to the inside. Alex will try to look around the outside, but now PKMZ is looking to join the fight.
Just cutting you off there. Kobu is making his pit stop for that penalty from the last race. But what a battle this is going to be for 2nd place. Dan's is running off into the distance, and Kev, this is a very strong showing here for Kev.
Kev has to go defensive over Alex Rogers. PK looking to the inside of Alex Rogers, maybe going defensive from Chill Nom Nom behind. He's going to look around the outside of PKMZ for that 4th place.
Why?
Just kisses the wall, but will hold that 5th place.
I think this is just the same as what happened in the Sacra race in last season, wasn't it? Just loads of overtaking, loads of tremendous battling. Here comes Alex to the inside.
That was a beautiful pass. Just caught Kev napping there, but now PKMZ all over the back of Kev for that third place. And the more these 6 cars fight for that second place, the more Dans will pull away.
Look at Lemmy though in 6th position, stalking Nom Nom behind him. This is a 6-car battle here for second place. I love it there, Lateral.
Lemmy's all over the back of Nom Nom here as they head into Levant. We'll see if Lemmy might find a good time to pass Chill Nom Nom here. It's going to be hard. It looked like PKMZ made a slight mistake through the exit of Levant. Almost kissed the wall, it looked like. So we'll see as they go through bridge now. Will Alex Rogers be able to hold off Kevin PKMZ? Will Chill Nom Nom be able to hold off Lemmy here?
Massive gap already developed between 7th place Rubens and Matt Wins. 7.5 seconds. And this is only the 2nd lap.
So definitely you see some of the slower drivers falling back now into the group of their own off the back of some of the top drivers in the championship right now, with Ruben at the tail end of that pack. While the drivers going very wide on the entry there, trying to maximize the amount of speed they can carry through La Violette. Now as we enter the Bouchon Straight.
Lemmy just kisses the wall on the exit of La Violette. Still no harm, no foul. Tucks up into the slipstream of Nom Nom. He's going to make a move to the inside here. See that Lexus sticking out?
And Kev Meister also making a move, and Alex Rogers for that 2nd place. So a lot of moves happening here in the Bouchon Straight. Kev, a very dominant pass. Here's now as they head into serves. Kev will take that 2nd place, looking back farther in the field. Lemmy still trying to find a way by Chill Nom Nom, and Chill Nom Nom looks like he's going to hold the outside through serves.
Go on, Nom Nom. There you go. Show why you're worthy to be in TNA. That was good defending. Superb driving from Nom Nom. Well held on to that 5th place.
As long as he can keep himself in check and not have mistakes like he's had at other previous racetracks, he should be on for a very strong finish here, as he's currently holding off the current points leader of the Season 2 championship.
Alex again. Alex close to the back of Kev Meister yet again. Kev going a little wide. He's going to lose that 2nd spot there.
But he's going to have the inside. No, he's going to fall right back behind Alex Rogers. Possibly going to look for a move through the exit of La Casbah and onto the Francis Straight. PKMZ still sitting in that solid 4th place. As Chill Nom Nom doing his best to hold off Lemmy for 5th place.
Kev Meister again. Kev looking. He's going to the outside. Going into Casbah. Alex a little sideways in the middle, but holds on to that 2nd place. This is a good battle here. It looks like there's a little bit of a breakaway now between 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Alex was trying to put the block on Kev. Going on the inside is Kev.
Side by side as they head towards Moulin. PKMZ just biding his time in that 4th place, maybe waiting for a bit of contact to cause both of those cars to maybe go wide. As Kev gets on the throttle, he's missed the car! Into Alex Rogers!
Too early. He got on the power too early there. What a disappointment for Kev there. Such a good showing. Did you get a replay of that? He just puts on the power just a bit too early.
Look at the camera. Yev just gets on the power, cuts across in front of Alex Rogers. Will take both drivers out.
Oh, disaster. Absolute disaster there. And now that's allowed PK into 2nd, Nom Nom into a podium finish, and Lemmy still behind him in 4th place.
And now we have Alex Rogers in a lone 6th place. No one to draft him here and there. And then looking back at Kev Meister, he's having trouble getting going again. Does he have any damage?
Has he got damage?
No, he doesn't. He's fallen all the way back into last place.
I'm going to have a look back. He spun again. He spun again, and that was at Jacquard. Oh, Defiant got a sideways too, but Kev Meister made a huge mistake in Jacquard, and he's fallen all the way down to 11th place.
This is
last place, sorry.
This is a bit of an issue that Kev Meister has. He usually gets hot-headed when he makes mistakes. Other drivers are in front of him and he can't find a way by. So a big mistake here, causing an accident with Alex Rogers there on the exit of Moulin. I think he just got a little hot-headed, trying to just kicking himself for it. I think he just made bigger mistakes. He's following all the way back into last place now. Now Chill Nom Nom, 2 of the V12 advantages in the top 3.
Yeah, good show there for Aston Martin. I mean, this will be quite frustrating for Alex there too, because them 3 are tucked into the slipstream and Alex has got no one to help. So he's going to be falling even behind with Nom Nom, Lemmy and Root. in the slipstream together. So this could hurt Alex here, definitely.
But he does have quite a
Here
big
comes
gap.
Lemmy. Lemmy's on the inside. Sorry there.
Sorry, I'm trying to jump back into this back here, but Lemmy, just the power of that V12 is just, he can't find a way by.
Here we go again, side by side. Going into Surfs. And again, not holding on to third.
The power of that V12 advantage coming in handy here at St. Croix, as Lemmy just cannot find a way by, even with the draft by the Aston Martin.
Oh, he's getting racy now as Lemmy. He wants to get by. You can just see in Lemmy, he wants to get by Nom Nom. He feels that Nom Nom, oh, he might lose place. Here comes Ruben. Go to the outside past the S's.
See here as they head through Erables, a second penultimate corner. As they now head towards Bellevue, Lemmy is still over the back of Nom Nom, but still not quite close enough to make a move. PKMZ also by himself now. So the more these boys draft and they catch up to PK, they might actually go battle for second place. Dance 303 is now all by himself at the front of the pack.
Again, Lemmy just all over the back of Nom Nom, but he just can't figure out a way by because of the grunt of that Aston.
Nom Nom is doing a fantastic
He's
job.
He's going to the inside.
Will he get the throttle? No. Not quite could get on the throttle soon enough as due to the line he took, but now Ruben all over the back of Lemmy. But Ruben giving Lemmy a bit of a bump to try and get back up to Nom Nom. So Ruben trying to play the long game here and possibly try not to lose the draft instead of fighting for position. Ruben definitely playing the smarter role here. But Nom Nom doing an excellent job to hold on to that third place, and I believe the more they fight, the more they'll catch up to PKMZ.
If Lemmy tries to battle with Nom Nom, it's going to allow PK to run away. Oh, goodness me. I just can't believe how close Lemmy is to the back of Nom Nom every single lap. And it must be frustrating for him just to not get by him. We saw that in Suzuka with Alex, while he was all over the back of PK pretty much the entire race. And then he made PK into a forced mistake in it before Alex did the mistake as well. But yeah, this is I don't know what to say. This is good. This is good racing here.
Currently, the Season 1 champion is on track for a solid win here. 4 laps in to 13 here at St. Croix, and Dance 303 currently has a 4.5 second lead over PKMZ in second. It was a 2-second gap to Chilled Nom Nom in third, with two other cars behind him, with our Lemmy and C. Ruben in fifth. Alex Rogers after the mistake between him, or the incident, I should say, between him and Kev Meister, causing him to fall back into 6th place. Matlin on a solid 7th place. Boxy 8th. Defiant 195 in 9th. Hugh in 10th. And Kobu GT now tries to catch up after having served that drive-through penalty. And Kev Meister all the way back into last place. Ooh, as he almost kisses the wall entering bridge.
Just looking again at Alex, he is catching up to the back of Ruben and Lemmy. I did say I thought them three would work together in the slipstream and pull away, but I don't think he is. I think Ruben's is attempting to pass on Lemmy, or was Lemmy making the pass on Nom? I don't know, but I'm still spectating on Alex here.
Might go 3 wide here as they enter the Bouchon straight. Lemmy's looking, might think better of it. Looks like Ruben will manage to get by Lemmy here, but not quite have the grunt to get by both. He will have to fall back in line.
Look how close they are! Look how close they were! There was like a toilet paper between those three.
As they go through surfs now, Ruben on the inside of Lemmy. Ruben looks like he'll take that 5th place, but no, Lemmy will take it back. But now Ruben, if he can, no, he's not going to hold that on the outside. He will fall back into 5th place. But now Chill Nom Nom has a bit of breathing room, and Ruben tries to find his way by Lemmy.
That corner, that bit scares me, the way they just kick the grass up there. It just feels like they're going to spin it. Here comes Ruben, round the outside. That's brave.
Not quite close enough to get the position. It's been stagnant for the past 4 or 5 laps. They haven't been able to get by each other. The straights here, that grunt of the acid, it's too much. And they are catching PKMZ.
And also in the process, Alex is catching the 4 cars ahead. I did say it was about 5 seconds behind. It's now nearly down to 2 seconds. So Alex, after getting that, well, part of that mistake, and you can see he's just posted the fastest lap time, 3:25.5. So Alex has been in business, and he's hot and he is angry. So yeah, whoever's watching his stream, just don't say anything because he's a bit heat off right now.
Alex is driving like an absolute madman, trying to close the gap by himself, using that Porsche. The Porsche not very strong in the straights, but doing the best that he can. Lemmy currently going a purple time right now, trying to defend from Ruben. As they enter CRubennnn. But the more they fight, again, the more they fall at the back of CRubennnn. CRubennnn now has almost half a second gap to Lemmy.
Yeah, CRubennnn putting in a very strong effort. What a result this would be for the team to get a 1-2 finish.
That's what they need if they want to close the gap in that Constructors' Championship. CRubennnn, as long as he can hold himself together, not make mistakes like we've seen in previous rounds.
Ruben just went a bit wide at Jacquard. Sorry there, Ruben very wide at Jacquard. And Alex is closing superbly fast.
It's almost going to be a 5-car battle for second place now. PKMZ now falling back into the clutches of CRubennnn, who is slightly falling back into the clutches of Lemmy. It's just so much to call here.
It is so much. I'm just looking here, just there, looking further back in the field. Kobu's up to 10th, and they're slowly catching up at the back of Defiant. He's 1.4 there. Vopsy in 8th. Matt Ring Strong showing at 7th. And Kiyu, for this debut race, he's doing not too bad. He's sitting in 11th place, but he's got Kev Meister behind. So Kiyu still doing a good job.
Oh, CRubennnn!
Oh, hit the wall!
Hit
the wall!
Slight mistake from CRubennnn to clip the wall entering bridge. That will cost him some speed on the straightaway here. As now Lemmy might have his opportunity to find his way by CRubennnn. Look at the inside. Late braking on the corner, side by side. CRubennnn just kissing the wall, and he will get by. Lemmy will get by.
But watch the power of the Aston when they go onto the Bouchon straightaway. I would say that Aston would go back past that Lexus on the exit of the straightaway. Here we go. Let's see.
Look at Alex Rogers.
City.
Alex Rogers on the slipstream of CRubennnn. As we see now back Ruben, we see Alex Rogers right behind him. See if he's not quite close. He is close enough to get the draft from Lemmy. Look at the time gap just falling. Hundreds.
Here we go. Here we go.
Lemmy's
gone defensive.
Not quite close enough. The gap will maintain.
And still holds down.
They will hold position through the Bouchon straight, but CRubennnn definitely caught right up to the back of Lemmy after the exit of the La Villette that they had. PKMC still in second place and not quite close enough to make a move for that position is Lemmy. But Ruben now over the back of CRubennnn. CRubennnn, the rookie here against the veterans of Season 1, doing an excellent job.
Yeah, he's stamping his authority of being a worthy contender in TNA for Season 3. Great showing this from the rookie. Obviously, by far the best of the rookies so far. Vopsy down in 8th, he's second place in the rookies. But what a show this is from CRubennnn. We saw it in Suzuka. He has got it. He just needs to cut out the mistakes.
Ruben here looking up the inside of CRubennnn, but I don't know if that Beetle will have the grunt. It definitely will not. But Alex Rogers all over the back of Ruben as they head in towards Arnaud.
This is just fascinating to watch this. I don't know about you, but I'm on the edge of my seat and my
Oh, Ruben!
Oh, whoa! Was that a dive bomb?
That was a dive bomb by Ruben. See if we can get a good on board here for what happened. It looks like Ruben was just all over the back of CRubennnn. He goes to the inside. He was way too far back.
Yeah, I don't know. Did he brake a bit late? I'd imagine he would.
Oh yeah, that was a big mistake from Ruben there.
He let CRubennnn by though. He let CRubennnn by.
But now we have, that means, look at the gap from CRubennnn and Alex Rogers now.
Now can CRubennnn catch up to Alex? That's the thing.
CRubennnn can stay clean. I don't think either driver has any damage on their car. No, they do not. So it's now a battle for 5th place between Ruben and CRubennnn after that overly aggressive move, I'd say, by Ruben. It'll be interesting to see if any penalties come from that.
Well, I mean, I hope not there. I know Ruben's made the mistake, but he averted the mistake by just letting CRubennnn go by. The only problem is they've lost a few positions as a result of it, but you know, at the end of the day, he let CRubennnn by, so it's going to be interesting to see if CRubennnn and Ruben can maybe work together, catch the back of Alex there, and get ourselves a 5-car battle for second again. But looking at that, we're nearly making pit stops. One lap 6 out of 13, so drivers will be pitting between maybe 6-7 laps in, maybe 8 laps.
Looking at the
Or
tires.
if you're Ruben, maybe lap 11.
Looking at tires, definitely a set of tires for most of the drivers. But looking at Lemmy, he actually saved quite a bit of fuel. If he comes in this lap, he might just need a small splash of fuel with someone like Alex Rogers, who has to use slightly more than the rest of the field. Ruben,
And that's
definitely going to need a
was
set of tires.
and that was probably because he stayed for about 3 laps behind Nom Nom. So that would be the reason why Lemmy saved a lot of fuel.
Lemmy trying to do his best now to. He has to get by PKMZ here as Alex Rogers right behind him. So these are the top 3 in the championship right now, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Rubens is 3rd, by the way.
Oh, excuse me, then I thought it was Alex Rogers. That was my fault. But we should expect to see some pit stops coming up either now or next lap. It'll be interesting to see who goes for the undercut.
Actually, do you know, with what you were saying about regarding with the fuel with Lemmy, I would say Lemmy would be out ahead of PK.
I definitely agree, because Lemmy has saved quite a lot of fuel. It'd be interesting to see what happens with Ruben and Nom Nom. Ruben also saved a bit of fuel. The V12 advantage of Dan's 303 did use a bit more fuel than the rest of the field to try and build that gap, as well as tires. So he will fall a bit back into the clutches of Lemmy, but I don't know if it'll be close enough to possibly take the lead away. It'll be interesting here. Does Dan 303 go into the pit lane this lap?
Ooh!
Does not.
So I was just looking further back again, looking at Cooper, who made a mistake on the exit of the Replan S's. I forgot. Oh, pit stops are happening.
Yep, so both Lemmy and PKMZ making their stops, as well as Chilled Nom Nom now. So Alex Rogers and Ruben deciding to stay out for another lap. Let's see what happens here with Lemmy getting a new set of rubber on that Lexus RCF. Just a splash of fuel to make it to the end.
There we go. I said that Cole Lemon will be out ahead of PK, and I think he is, you know.
Yes, he did. He
has.
Ahead of PK. And ahead of Chilled Nom Nom. So now there's a bit of a battle in the midfield for drivers who have yet to make their pit stops and drivers who have made their pit stops. It's a bit of a mess right now. But looking farther up in the field, Dan's 303, see Alex Rogers and C. Ruben, all yet to make their pit stop, as well as Matt Wing. However, I do believe he will end up falling back behind Lemmy, PKMZ, and some of the other drivers after his pit stop. We have Chilled Nom Nom in 8th now, splitting the BMWs of Kobu GT and RQ. It's not a good stop for Chilled Nom Nom. He's going to want to try and find his way by them and lose as less time as he can. Struggling to get by Kobu GT there, though.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch there, Dan's is just having a nice summer's drive up at the front. we ain't forgot about Dan's. We ain't forgot about him. He's just having a solid drive.
Waruko for Twitter and chat. If you want to know more info on ARC, we do have a link for the Discord down below. Feel free to click that and join if you want to join ARC and participate in some races. Definitely more info in said Discord, so feel free to click that if you want to find out a bit more about some schedules, some other events we host, some of the drivers. But back on topic of the action here, Dan's 303, 7.5 seconds over Alex Rogers, who is 4 seconds over C. Ruben. And all these drivers have yet to pit. If we look at their fuel, Dan's will have to take quite a bit of fuel in that car. Alex will also take quite a bit, and Ruben will have to take quite a bit less. When they come out of the pits, it'll be actually pretty close, I believe, for the lead of the race.
Would be. But Ruben's, 11 seconds back, even though he's saved a ton of fuel, I don't think that's going to be. He'll be maybe 7-6 seconds behind Dan's, really. What's interesting to see is what's the gap between Rubens to Lemmy. Because obviously he was the first one out of the pits, so...
It looks to be about 14 seconds.
14 seconds, you could maybe roughly talking about, 16 or so. So maybe Rubens will come out behind Lemmy, but he'll have more fuel in the car and also a lap's worth of tyres.
So definitely be interesting here to see what happens. It looks like Lemmy not quite in the slipstream of Matwing here, which will hurt him on that long Bouchon straight. If he had managed to get the slipstream of Matwing ahead of him, he might have been able to definitely close the gap and make the undercut work here as they head towards the end of the lap. Dan's 303. The gap is actually falling to Alex Rogers. It has fallen to under 7 seconds now. So Dan's 303 is now struggling on his set of tires, and he will have to take more fuel than I believe Alex Rogers. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. Dance 303
Just
will expect him to go into the pit lane here. Yes, he does.
And he's coming in. This is going to be interesting. Key pit stop coming up.
We will see here.
I see Lemmy is all over the back of Matt Wing now. Matt Wing, if he can hold his the position here, that could possibly allow Ruben to go ahead of Lemmy. And he's all over the back of Matt Wing. Just notice there.
So
you're looking at
the here some of the drivers come out of the pit stop and looking at the fuel currently. You see Dan's now coming out of his pit stop.
Lemmy's just come across the line.
Looking farther back in the field, you will see. They will both manage to get back by Alex Rogers and Ruben. In fact, not quite managed to close the gap to Alex Rogers there. But now Lemmy up into second, PKMZ in third. Dance 303 only 2.3 seconds ahead of Lemmy.
Oh, so Dan, who had what, an 8-second lead, has lost a ton now.
And looking farther back in the field, Chill Nom Nom did lose a bit of time to see Ruben there, but only 1.5 seconds worth roughly. Chill Nom Nom still back up into 6th place, currently the best placed rookie. Still a good race from him, just a couple of incidents with other drivers. Not quite his fault, but still driving a solid race in the second half of the season here.
Someone else that's also having a solid race right now is Matt Wing, currently sitting in 7th place. He is on course for his best finish. He's had 2 13ths and a 10th place finish, so a 7th, where it's really going to help his confidence going into the 6th round here.
That it will. Matt Wing definitely finally getting used to that Supra, and we know he's struggled with it quite a lot throughout the course of the season. Does not like the car at all, but maybe finding a bit of peace with it here at Sainte Croix. With Vopsy, another one of the rookies in 8th place right now over Defiant with the Season 1 Tier B champion as he tries to defend Kev Meister after that early race mistake. His Kobu GT now into 11th place with his teammate behind him in 12th. So looking farther up in the field as a leader, the gap to Dance 303, the current race leader, has fallen to 1.5 seconds. He makes a slight mistake there entering bridge. It keeps falling. 1.1 seconds now. Dan's is making mistakes after that pit stop.
And Alex is catching PK for 3rd.
Everything has happened now after the pit stops. The second half of the race is finally underway. The gap is 1.1 second now, but we do know how hard it was for Lemmy to find a way by Chilled Nom Nom. So even if he does manage to catch up back to the back of Dance 303, he might not be able to pass him for the lead unless Dan's makes a mistake, which would be uncharacteristic of him.
Dan's is in the slipstream. He's less than a second behind Dan's now, but then he's sort of sticking with Dan's. I thought it would be going up a lot more, but it's not.
Yeah, PKMZ has to defend now from Alex Rogers as they enter the Bouchon straight. Alex Rogers looks like he's going to dive to the inside into the braking zone, so Alex will move up into that 3rd place. PKMZ will fall back into 4th.
Oh,
Alex makes a mistake, but PKMZ will take it back. Will we go for the undercut? Let's see if they side by side here as they enter the Replan S's.
That's audacious. That's audacious, PK. He's going to make it stick too. What a superb pass from PK. Still side by side. Oh, wow.
Side by side through the S's, and then Alex Rogers will have the inside for Rosier.
We see Groupman do that a couple of laps ago, but it didn't work. But PK it sort of did, but then he lost out in the end there. But that was very audacious from PK to make that move.
And all that fighting allowed Ruben to catch right up to the back of PKMZ now. Back on board with Arc Lemmy, who is still within a second of Dance 303. As you can see, just in the back of the shot, those other drivers fighting for that 3rd place. It's Chilled Nom Nom. Hopefully, he sees the drivers fighting in front of him, and you can use that to catch back up to them, and we can have a 4-car battle for 3rd place. Sainte Croix is always a good race.
It is. It is. You know, last season the race was entertaining, and then this season, would you say it's better than the Season 1 race?
I don't know if I'd say it's better, but it's definitely eventful. As we see now, Alex Rogers going defensive from PKMZ. PK going to look to the outside of Mugnon. Ruben all over the back of them now. Maybe going to look for. Oh, PK might have run into the
contact.
Might have maybe a slight bump from PKMZ and Alex Rogers there, telling him to get a bit of a move on. He doesn't want Ruben all over the back of his bumper. So a lot of action here at the front of the field.
Saw that a lot at Suzuka with Alex bumping in the back of PK sideways along Jacquard. Kept it going though.
There's so much to talk about and so much action. It's hard to call. Nom Nom is still trying to do his best to close up to this battle, but I believe he's slightly falling off the back of it. 2.2, 2.3 now. So Nom Nom doing his best to try and get that top 5, but I don't know if he's going to be able to hold it unless another incident happens in front of him. But Lemmy still 1 second behind Dance 03 for the race lead, but he has been catching him.
Alex has spun it! Alex has just hit the wall! Alex just hit the wall!
Let's get a replay of what happened there. He just dipped it in the grass.
He hit the curb, and then the car just went sideways. Oh, and he's got damage. He's got damage on his car too. Front and front left suspension damage, and he's going to go back down to 6th place. I'd imagine you're not going to get an interview.
Oh, I don't know. It's been a very eventful race for Alex Rogers here today. One of the fastest drivers on track, but either it's a mistake or contact with another driver that causes him to fall back. He is all over the back of chilled Nom Nom though, so he might still be able to make a top 5 finish here. So
Dan's is getting on it.
Might be able to try.
Dan's is getting. Oh, side by side for 3rd. Rubens versus PK.
Rubens looks like he's got the inside halfway through Bouchon. But let's see if the grunt of that beetle will fall back. Doesn't look like it is. Looks like he's actually gaining on PK.
I think he's got the move. He's got him, I think.
Yes, he does. He does have the move. Great move by Ruben to take that 3rd place.
I was just about to say there before I saw the battle for 3rd on the Bouchon. Dan's is pulling away from Lemmy. It's up to 1.3 seconds, and he is purple so far. Oh, I just noticed that Lemmy was set the fastest lap of the race too, but I think Dan's is just going to beat it now. I think maybe the Aston, it takes a couple of laps for the tyres to warm up, and then it gets into it, I believe. But yeah, Dan's is slowly pulling away on the championship leader.
Does seem that way. Dance 3, season 1 champion, wants to prove that he's still one of the better drivers in Tier A, trying to do his best here to actually score a win. Would be his other podium to happen this season. At Fuji, I believe he scored a 2nd place.
And he's got fastest lap right now, 3:25, or nearly 24. I think that's what we saw in qualifying, wasn't it?
I don't remember, to be honest with you. But still looking at this close battle for 3rd place. PKMZ, excuse me, all over the back of Ruben. Now dive bomb to the inside. Not quite going to get the move stick, but Ruben will have to go wide in avoidance. Now Alex Rogers will set his sights on the 2 drivers in front of him battling for that 3rd place.
Them camera angles there through the Casbah and in that next corner there was so frightening. I just thought there was going to be contact there. God, them stupid camera angles.
PK looks like PK will get the move back by Ruben. So much fighting here happening in the front half of the field for that other podium position.
Let's see some. Hopefully we'll take a break here. I'm going to see the battle 7 from back. Vopsy's starting to close up on map wing. Kevmeister's got up into 9th. Slowly, nice. Losing a bit of time to Vopsy. Kobu in 10th. Defiant in 11th. And Q, the rookie, in last position. But, not to expect anything big off Q. It's his first race, so hopefully he'll do better in the 6th round of the championship.
Nice to see a lot more of the cars battling for the top spot on the grid. Hopefully the BMWs can get themselves together, figure it out, pick up the pace in the last few races of the season. As now Alex Rogers is definitely closing us. Whoa, Ruben looks like he made a slight mistake there going wide through entry to Corbet Rouge. Now Alex Rogers all over the back of both of them.
Yeah, Alex found a lot of time. You noticed that I made the mistake. Yeah, he did. But yeah, Alex closing so much, and is Nom Nom closing in the back? No, he's not.
Alex Rogers on the brakes, almost into the back of Ruben there as they go through Bridge 2 and head now into La Villette. So Alex will have the draft onto the very long Bouchon straight. Let's see what happens here. Who will take 3rd place? Who will take 4th? Alex close enough for that draft. Will Ruben go to the outside to defend his position? Will PK go defensive defend from Ruben? Will they make it 3 wide?
Make it 3 wide, Alex.
He's going 3 wide. Three
you
wide
go.
halfway through the
Listen
Busan
to
straight,
me.
going into
Listen
serves.
to me, Alex.
Alex Rogers will make the triple pass
He's going to double
work.
pass.
Side by side with Ruben. Will Ruben hold it on the outside?
William Dancer. Whoa. That was close.
Excellent racing by all three drivers.
Wow. PK was the biggest loser. Came in third, got out fifth.
Alex Rogers moving his left to fourth and Ruben up into third. Not only did he have to make his way by PKMZ, he also had to defend his position from Alex Rogers.
Unbelievable racing here for the last spot on the podium. Here comes Rogers going into Bellevue.
Look how late he is in the break. Maybe a slight bump there to Ruben. Alex getting very aggressive here. We saw this at Suzuka. He gets very aggressive and a lot of bumps to the rear end of some drivers and then mistakes that happen.
Yeah, I remember he bumped Rubens in the hairpin. Bumped him there. But here we go, going into the Casper. He's going to the inside. Late breaking now. Oh my days.
Right now, PKMZ all over the back.
PK.
Look at this.
Three wide again. Three wide again. Three wide again.
Ruben going defensive. Now moving his way back. Then Stewards might have to have a little bit of a look at that to see if he might be swerving. Oh, Alex into the back of Ruben.
Oh, well, where's Alex gone? Where did he go? Where's Alex gone?
He's there. He's there. He's just falling back a bit. Made contact with Ruben. Yeah,
here comes Nom Nom.
Now Nom Nom. This is what he was waiting for. Alex, as we just mentioned, a lot of contact. He gets frustrated. He tries to get by drivers, and then when he gets frustrated, he blows himself up. He gets in his own head, and then mistakes happen almost like that.
God, he nearly kissed the body of Shaka there into Roche 1, Roche 2. But man, oh man, this last spot for the podium, cheesy peeps, man.
We have 2 laps remaining, 3 laps remaining left in this race, and it's this close.
I've got a packet of wine gums here, and I'm desperate to eat them, but I can't because I've got my eyes thinking for this third place here.
Let's have a bit of a breather. Look back at the front of the field. Dan 03 has increased the gap to Arklemi to 2.5 seconds, who then has a 10, almost 11-second gap to third place, currently PKMZ, Ruben, and Alex Rogers. Jill Nom Nom currently in 6th place, Matt Wing in 7th, ERA Vopsy in 8th, Kev Meister trying to claw his way back up the field in 9th, Defiant 195 in 10th,
side for third again.
And Q and Cobra GT in 11th and 12th. Back to the battle at 3rd place. PKMC is defensive on the bridge, but Ruben will find his way by on the outside. Let's see what happens with Alex Rogers here as they head through La Ville.
Oh God, PK sideways.
Let's see what happens here as they head through La Villette. As they enter the Bouchon straight, everything will happen again. We might go 3 wide twice in 2 laps.
Oh, I hope so. I really hope. Here we go now then. PK and Alex. Alex all over the back of PK. We saw a lot of this at Suzuka.
No moves done. No moves done. Alex just getting PK a bit of a bump to try and catch up to Ruben. Alex wants that 3rd place, and he knows if he starts fighting with PK for 4th, Ruben's going to pull away.
He's going to leave the inside open. He's going to leave the inside open. He's got to be careful. Oh no, Alex was still too far back.
Nom Nom doing his best to just try and sit in the wings and wait for something to happen, because it might. We have roughly almost 2 laps remaining here in the race, and with how racy a lot of these guys are for 3rd place, anything could happen. We saw it happen earlier in the race. We saw it happen in the midway part of the race with Alex Rogers making a mistake. It's going to be interesting.
Wow, I'm looking at your screen. Oh wow, close that is. How close is that?
Oh, Alex Rogers, look at the inside.
Oh.
Not quite. Alex Rogers just so late on the brakes in every corner. Now look at, he's fighting with PKMZ, which is allowing Ruben to gap back out.
Oh, he's in the grass. He's gonna lose a bit of momentum on the exit.
That's gonna be a pass for Alex. It's gonna be a pass for Alex Rogers as they head towards Arnaud. So that means Alex Rogers will take that position.
Alex kind of forced a mistake on PK there, cuts him off, but PK will have a look on the inside of the Casper. Not gonna do it there.
So quick through here, but now Alex will have to set his sights on catching up to C. Ruben, who is 1.5 seconds over him. But he also has to defend from PKMZ behind, then he also has to make sure he doesn't...
Oh, wow! Jeez, so... Alex went defensive and PK was going to make a move, so he goes to the outside. PK does.
Well, look at the back of the shot. Nom Nom is starting to catch back up to the both of them.
Oh my days. This is... I need to calm down. Where's my heart monitor? Because my heart's going up like a punch. Rubens is gone now, isn't he? Rubens is sort of pulled away.
Yeah, I believe Alex is throwing away some of his tires at this point. They're trying to get his way by both KMZ and Rubens, and that allows Ruben, which is the Pirelli Picasso himself, to use his superior tire wear and pull away from the pack behind him now.
Looking at his fuel tank, do you think Ruben's got enough left in his tank?
Well, speaking of which, we have 2 laps remaining. Let's have a look at some of the field. Yeah, you should have enough, I would say. All the drivers looking low. PKMZ definitely has enough. Nom Nom. Everyone took just enough fuel, possibly a little bit more than what they would need to.
Oh, come on, Rubens, just slow down. Let Alex and PK catch up. Let's have this third place battle on again. Come on, Rubens. What do you say?
One thing to know is that the gap to Lenny has actually fallen to him. I don't think Ruben's going to catch up to roughly 9 seconds in 2 laps, unless Lenny makes a fairly large mistake, which is uncharacteristic of him. But Ruben has slightly closed the gap.
I was just about to say, though, too, the gap between Dan's and Lemmy has gone up a lot now. And also, I just noticed Dan's has now got the fastest lap wins.
24.9. As a bit of an aside, when we did talk about who we wanted to win earlier, I never did list who I wanted to win. However, I did have someone in mind, and you're not going to believe me, but I did pick Dance 303 to win, much before this event actually happened.
PK has fallen off the tails now. So I think it's going to be a 2-horse race for the last spot on the podium. Rubens versus Alex.
PKMZ, probably his tire wear has fallen off a bit too much here in the latter half of the race. Remember, he did go for the early pit stop. He go for the undercut, and I believe his tires have just fallen off too much now. One of the controller users definitely struggling now because of it. So now it's a 2-car battle for 3rd place. Will Alex Rogers be able to close up the back of Ruben here, as they will soon cross the line for the last lap remaining and flip on the Chilled Nom Nom, who is 1.3 seconds behind PKMZ, so possibly a top 5 for Chilled Nom Nom here, if you can find a bit more pace in that Aston Martin. Back on the battle for 3rd place now. Ruben will have to defend from Alex Rogers as he goes wide to the exit of Erable.
Oh, here he goes around the outside. He made that stick there, Alex. There. So Ruben's made a huge mistake.
That was a crazy pass. Yeah, he just goes wide through the exit of Erable. Let's look at just Alex. Wow.
In fairness, though, Rubens did listen to me, so he slowed down. So he did. Well done, Rubens.
But Rubens not going to let Alex just pull away from him. He might look to the inside.
Did he
I think he clicked the inside wall. I think he clipped the inside wall going through La Casbah. So I believe he will lose a lot of speed now on the Francis straight. He's looking farther back in the field. PKMZ 1.1 seconds over Chilled Nom Nom. So the gap is slowly falling. Nom Nom might be on par for a 5th place, which would be his best finish of the season. He's been excellent today, holding off a lot of the other drivers. He made no real mistakes other than involving incidents with other drivers.
So then, Lado, who do you think is driver of the day? There's a lot to choose, isn't there?
There is. There's a lot to think about. There's Alex Rogers making a lot of mistakes and clawing his way back up through the field. There's Chilled Nom Nom, known as on par for his best finish of this entire season so far, doing his best to stick it to some of the top guys on the championship. There's Dance 303, who's just been utterly dominant all day after struggling for some of the other races on the calendar. It's hard to say.
Oh, wow.
Honestly, in my honest opinion, with the amount of pace Alex Rogers has shown today, you should get driver of the day, in my honest opinion. But again, as we're on the last lap here, any of you watching in the Twitch chat, feel free to name a driver for your vote for driver of the day.
I think I would say Alex too, on virtue of the fact that he got, he was an innocent victim in the incident with Kev. He fell back to 6th, drove his way back up from about 5 seconds behind the battle for 3rd or 2nd, I believe, and then to catch up back to them, and then make another mistake when he lost out 3rd place, went back to 6th, came back to 3rd, I think that's definite credit for driver of the day.
I would have to agree with you. In my opinion, Alex Rogers would be driver of the day, and I don't think too many other people would fight you on that. Well, I think Alex might fight you on that.
I'm not a good fighter.
I think Alex might fight you on that with some of the mistakes he's made and the race he's had today. It'll be interesting to get the interview from him as some of the drivers now are exiting.
Little battle going on for 5th though. I think Chill Nom Nom is all over the back of PK.
Oh yes, he is. So Nom Nom might be on pace for his best finish of the season here if he can manage to get by PKMZ.
He's just gone straight by him.
The power of that V12 is just unmatched here in that Bouchon straight. PKMZ struggling on those tires that have been worn.
PK's tires have fallen off the cliff heavily.
Excellent result for Chill Nom Nom if he can hold it through the last few corners here.
Excellent result for Aston Martin all round. Dan's is going to take his second career of all.
PK's looking very racy on Chill Nom Nom right now as there's a few corners left. Back to the front of the field. Dance 303 will cross the start-finish line for his first win of Season 2. The third ever different winner of the season. Lemmy will once again cross the line in second place. The streak will not restart. Alex Rogers will come across the line in third. Ruben in fourth. And Nom Nom looks to have held off PKMZ for his best finish of the season. For 5th place, strong result for the Aston Martins here. And PKMZ will cross the line.
What's he done?
What's
he done?
Ruben's done.
Ruben's out of fuel.
Has he run out of
fuel?
He has run out of fuel. Ruben's run out of fuel. Nom Nom will finish third or fourth. Ruben's ran out of fuel.
I said, was Ruben's good enough to go the rest of the way, and he didn't.
So Nom Nom will get him at the line, but PK will not be close enough, so Nom Nom will get 4th at the line. Looking farther back in the field, Matt Wing will finish 7th, with Kev Meister, his teammate, behind him. Best result for Matt Wing this season. Ira Voxy in 9th, Defiant will come across the line in 10th, and Kobu GT, the 2 BMWs, and the new rookie, Arc Keel, will round out the back of the grid. Wow!
Even the last lap had some unexpected turn of events.
Wow!
Oh, wow. What a race that was.
But congratulations to Dance 303, the Season 1 champion, scoring his first win of Season 2. Third ever different winner of Season 2. Congratulations to him. Strong result from the Aston Martins here today. And we'll be back with you momentarily for some driver interviews. Don't go anywhere. Okay, now we are back for some driver interviews. Hello, Dance303, are you here?
Hello.
Hello, Dance. Congratulations on your first win of Season 2. A very dominant win in the Aston Martin that you have there. Some good points for you today as well, with Chilled Nom Nom finishing 4th place after Ruben ran out of fuel.
Yeah, it's a great result for Team Aston. Yeah, very happy right now, to be honest. Very happy. I thought Lemon Pen was gonna get me when I came out of the pits. There was only 1.5 seconds between us, I think, and it did come down to 0.8 at some point, but I just managed to stay out of slipstream range and then managed to take it home.
You were very dominant all day on the Sainte Croix. This track seems to suit the Aston Martin, as we also saw with your teammate. Possibly you're looking forward to today's race?
Yeah, absolutely. It's perfect track for the Aston Martin. So yeah, me and Nom Nom were talking. We really needed a strong result here because it would have been ours to lose. But yeah, to actually get first and beat the other good guys out there it's happy days.
Well, you're definitely on for a strong result, proving to a lot of viewers watching why you are the Season 1 champion. Scoring your win here, beating Lemon Pen, making sure he does not restart the streak here. Broke away at the start of the race, but congratulations, and hopefully you can continue your strong way so that the second half of the season.
Thanks, Lionel.
Ark Lemmy, are you here?
Hello.
Hello, Lemmy. Strong result for you today, but not quite a win. You had a lot of battles at the beginning part of the race, trying to work your way through the pack and move up all the way to second place. Explain to us what was going through your head through the beginning part of the race when you were battling with Alex Rogers and Chilled Nom Nom and PKMZ.
I mainly remember Chilled Nom Nom. Yeah, that guy, he couldn't get past him. He was crazy. But no, I mean, I think I decided to save some fuel around lap 3, but I figured that the Lexus is stronger than that anyway, so I'm just gonna have to sit behind Nom Nom until the pit stops. And I saw Dan pulling away, and I thought Aston have they've got me here. But yeah. Okay, after the pits, I came out in second, so happy days.
Yeah, for a bit after that pit stop there, after everyone made their pit stops, you were out roughly 2.2 seconds behind Dan's after the pit stops, and then the gap came down to just within a second and then gapped it back out again. What happened there to crease the gap?
Yeah, I looked at my fuel, and there wasn't enough. That was what happened. So I think on the bridge, I was so distracted by my fuel that I made a mistake, which was when the gap went from 2.2 to 4.2, and after that, I had to play for second, then save fuel and actually finish the race. I crossed the line with 0.0, so it was close.
Well, it definitely makes the championship a lot more interesting now that you haven't won every race in it, and a lot of other drivers have combined to definitely challenge you at the top of the leaderboards. So hopefully we see some more close racing throughout the rest of the season, and good luck to you in the next round.
Thank you very much for that, Rob.
Alright, Alex Rogers, are you here? Hello, Alex Rogers. Alex, hello?
Hello?
Oh,
Sorry.
Here we go.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm not particularly good at plugging microphones in at the right time. Sorry.
Well, a very eventful race for you today at Sainte Croix. A start, which we saw you practicing those starts before the start of the final, and it seemed to work out for you mostly. You seemed to actually kind of did look down. You only lost a few positions, but those are cars that were typically strong on those starts. But for a lot of the beginning part of the race, you were in a very close battle for that second and third place. And then we saw an incident between you and Kev, which caused you to fall back, and then you clawed your way back up the field. What was happening in that lap after the incident between you and Kev, where you just had to cut those seconds down back up to that group for third place.
Yeah, well, it was really frustrating actually, because, well, I knew I had the legs on the Toyota, like, overall, so I just had to sort of wait until Kev dropped off at some point and just, yeah, hopefully get past him. And then we had that incident, which kind of sucked. I don't know what happened to Kev after that, but he dropped off so far. I don't know if he had engine damage or something, but he just lost it coming out of the hairpin. He just probably put the power down a bit too soon, and then he just span right into me. I was trying to cut back on him. And yeah, it was just unfortunate, really. But then I did loads of good work catching up to Ruben and PK in that battle with Lemmy and Chilled Nom Nom, and then yeah, did the pit stops happened, which was, I came out in a really good position there. I was like 4th, and I thought, well, given the pace I've seen in comparison to everybody else, I think I might be able to actually fight for the win here. And then I got into a bit of a fight with PK. Ruben got involved again, and then I dropped it again on a curb. And yeah, that was that. So I had to redo it all once more.
That was another thing I want to bring up. We've seen issues. It was almost a very similar race that we saw at Suzuka, where you catch up to the group, but then you get caught behind them and maybe bump them a few times, and then a mistake happens. Do you feel like that's something you definitely need to work on?
Yeah, who did a bump?
I believe
I mean, I know I had a little incident with Ruben. I apologize for that. I just misjudged what he was doing. But yeah, I don't know. To be honest with you, after the incident with Kev, I felt like I was in a really solid position when I was battling with Kev. And after that incident, I just knew I had to like go hell for leather to try and catch up. And I never really came back from that mindset after the pit stops, and I was still going hell for leather, and I just accelerated a little bit too hard on a curb. And yeah, that was that.
Well, hopefully it makes up for your day to know that both Savoy and I have voted you driver of the day for your comeback several times throughout the race, so congratulations for that.
Thank you.
Well, hopefully the next round does you a bit more favors, and congratulations for today on your finish, and good luck.
Thanks, I hope so, yeah. Cheers.
Chilled Nom Nom, are you here? Hello, Chilled Nom Nom. Okay, we will. Oh. Hello, Chilled Nom Nom. Hello. Well, we have a few technical difficulties here, but I would love to get an interview from you after this race today, so don't go anywhere if you can hear me. Q, are you here?
Hello.
Hello, Q, and congratulations on your very first round in Tier A, and welcome.
Thank you.
Wasn't too bad of a start for you in your very first race halfway through Tier A, replacing Defcon AC as Kobu GT's teammate. What's it like joining Tier A, moving up from Tier B? What's the difference in pace or difference in strategies that you've noticed throughout this race?
Well, the first thing that's definitely noticeable is that there are much more faster drivers and well, more faster drivers than compared to Tier B. And yeah, I don't know what else to say.
Well, we have you this year in the BMW M6. How is this car comparing to the car you were racing in Tier B?
It's very different. Like I'm used to how the Subaru is good with handling, and yeah, the M6 feels like not so good with handling. So it has been quite a week to learn drive it, and I think I got somewhat hang of it, but still need to learn it.
All right. Well, we still have several rounds of the championship left. We are happy to have you with us for the rest of it.
Thank you.
All right, Chilled Nom Nom, have you fixed your issue yet?
I think so.
All right, yes, we can hear you.
Hello.
All right, congratulations on your 4th place finish at the line. I have to ask, what was going through your head as you saw CRubennnn run out of fuel at the end of the race?
Well, I kind of didn't know what was happening, to be honest. I was so focused on battling with PK that after I was coming onto the straight, I just saw his beetle just getting bigger, and that's when I realised that I could have him here. So I got into a slipstream and just tried to launch it across the line. Like, I was actually fuel saving at the time as well, but I thought, screw it, just go for it, and managed to. I ran out of fuel on the line, I think, so I just got it. It was good. Obviously, we had an incident midway through the race where he dived up my inside. He gave it back, but he was just quicker than me, so I feel kind of a bit karma got in there. But yeah, no, I'm happy with the 4th place, to be honest. I'm really chuffed.
Well, it was your best finish of the season so far, and you were battling with a lot of the big boys up at the top of the field today. We saw you in some of the earlier races of the season. You made some excellent passes, were fighting in that mid-pack, possibly for the lead, possibly for a podium position. And we see some mistakes. You make a mistake and like you spin the car, or you get in contact with someone else and you fall back through the field. Today, it doesn't seem that way. If anything that happened, it was because of someone else interfered in your race, if you would say. Do you feel maybe you've kind of grown past that mistake point of your career so far?
Well, I think it was I in the first few races I almost wanted to make a name for myself, and I realised that I was doing it the wrong way. It's better to finish the race, in a good position than to be quick but inconsistent. So I've been working on my consistency more than anything, trying to just drive around, get within 2/10 every lap that I do. And this week that's what I did, and clearly it's worked. I quite enjoyed this track. That probably helped. So it's definitely something that I will continue to work on, because obviously I need to get quicker to beat people like Lemmy and Dan's, but it's showing that my practice is working.
Alright, well, a very strong finish for the Aston Martin team today. A 1st and a 4th place coming across the line. Congratulations to both of you, and we'll score some great points for the Constructors' Championship, and good luck on the next round.
Cheers, buddy.
Matt Wing, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello, Matt Wing, and congratulations on your best finish of the season so far, finishing a very strong 7th place and actually beating your teammate on track.
Oh, thank you.
What's different about this race that you had here, which caused you to be a bit better out there? As we've seen a lot of the other races, we saw you finishing around 10th, 13th, and struggling quite a bit on track, we know, with the car. What was different about today?
Well, I think what it is I'm sort of starting to understand the car a little bit better now. I'm starting to get used to it. It's not being such a surprise or such a mare to drive. It's But yeah, it's like, and also an awful lot of practice on this track. Yeah, quite like the track pretty much. So yeah, it's just mostly a case of just trying my best not to make any mistakes, and I think the car just did the rest on the straights.
Well, hopefully we get to see you keep this form throughout the rest of the season, possibly challenge some of the front runners in the next couple races, maybe even season 3, should you stay with us for that long. Thank you for joining us, and good luck on the next round.
Thank you. Cheers, Lateral.
And last but not least, PKMZ, are you here?
I think so.
Great, PK. You had a very eventful race yourself out there today. A lot of battling back and forth between you and several other drivers, namely Alex Rogers, CRubennnn, Lemmy for the beginning part of the race. What was going through your head through a lot of that race? What were you trying to do? What were you trying to accomplish?
I was just trying to finish the race. It's far from my best track, and I think it might have shown, especially towards the end. Battling with Chill. But overall, I think it did well.
We definitely saw towards the latter half of the race you had to defend from Chill Nom Nom and even CRubennnn towards the end of the race. Do you feel maybe going for that undercut maybe might have put a little bit too much wear on your tires and caused you to definitely fall back?
No, I don't think so. That fall off is going to happen sooner or later, and I cycled as well, so later, so that's the choice I made.
well, definitely a strong finish for you here today. You've been strong all season. Hopefully, at the rest of the season, you can continue these strong finishes and possibly work your way up to championship points.
Hopefully.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
All right, and that will do it for our drivers' interviews. Thank you for joining us here for Season 2, Round 5 of the ARC Gr3 Championship Series. We hope to see you again next week for another round. The season is coming down to it. Lemmy hasn't won a race in a while. Hopefully we can see some new winners. Thank you for joining us, and don't forget to follow us here on Twitch, follow us on Twitter, and follow us and subscribe on YouTube at follow us on YouTube here on Twitch and on Twitter at ARC. I can't say this now. Follow us on YouTube at Adrenaline Racing Community. Follow us on Twitch at Adrenaline Racing Community, here where you'd be watching it. And be sure to follow us on Twitter. I believe it is PS4_ARC. So, thank you for joining us. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, keep racing.